Now, Shirley MacLaine, bless her, is about as mystic as you can get. Now, the show business doyen of all time, and he comes from Murfield, so, I mean, naturally it follows that he is the god of showbiz. It's Neil Sean, and he's here. How are you?
Oh, not bad, thanks, Liz. Listen, I must tell you, we were just talking about this in the studio, and funnily enough, one of the producers who I work with here says that she believes in a past life she was a Roman soldier, and I thought to myself, well, judging by that moustache, I wouldn't be too shocked myself. But the thing is, you do. I always think, have you noticed as well, because I've met, funnily enough, recently Shirley MacLaine, but I always think they're never anybody ordinary, like, say, you know, just a cleaner or somebody. I don't mean that in a rude way, but a normal life, it's like, oh no, you know, I ran the Roman Empire or something.
I find it rude. Shirley MacLaine, though, this mystic thing with her,
yeah,
it's been going on for years, from not just reincarnation and past lives, but UFOs.
Yeah.
Speaking, you know, to aliens on other planets. I mean, she's never been shy about talking about it, has she?
Well, it's funny. See, then again, the UFO thing always makes me laugh because have you never noticed if it landed on a Jewish lawn, they'd turn it over to see who made it, and you kind of think to yourself, well, look, if that really was the case and these things happen, I mean, Shirley MacLaine, right? You've got to remember, an actress, so they're always very lovely. When we met recently, I think she's a lovely lady, but you can't believe that she's in the same bracket, you know, related to Warren Beatty, because, you know, people forget their brother and sister, and you think...
I'd forgotten that.
Yeah.
I'd forgotten that.
It's quite normal, really, and so she's a bit fruitcakey, and you do come away thinking to yourself, right, you're an actress, it keeps you in the news, number one, you write a few books about it, and, I mean, saying her dog or whatever, you think, oh, please, you know, next thing you'll be saying Lassie, you know, was an international racehorse in a previous life, so but you just keep going, you know.
You've just interviewed her for Downton Abbey, haven't you? Yeah. I mean, was she sane and rational then? Had she gone off somewhere?
Do you know what was funny? When you meet these big, you know, what I call old-time Hollywood stars, like mega. I mean, you know, when you think of the stuff she's done, you know, and you kind of think to yourself, oh, you know, it's quite nerve-wracking when you're taken in that room, because you know what it's like, you get people in your studio every day, but when you get something really big, that you think, oh, you know, it's quite nerve-wracking. Yeah. I remember interviewing Debbie Reynolds, and we've got this very, very top-of-the-range modern camera, and it struck me that she'd be used to, like, big MGM cameras, you know, and we've got this thing that looks like the size of a box of matches, and you think, oh, I wonder what she thinks to that. But Shirley MacLaine was regal. I think she was definitely still in character as the role she was playing in Downton. And she talked about regression and all this, and she says that she can sense an aura, you know, that when people have suffered a loss. And I thought, yes, £4 on the tube to get here, love, to be honest. But you know, but typical Northerners were so tight, we see everything as a love.
You do. Well, I hope she's good in Downton Abbey. That's all I'll say.
She's very good, very good. Great addition, actually, to the cast. I don't know if she'll be around for long, because I sense, shall we say, a frizz-on between her and Dame Maggie Smith. Yeah, well,
she's claiming they were lovers in a past life today.
Oh, God.
It all gets very complicated. Thank you, Mr. Doyen of Show Business.
Take care, Liz.
Sean, thank you. Just met, said Shirley MacLaine. And she has written books. You might read some of them. She takes this very seriously. Past lives, living before. Do you believe it's possible?